Hey, hey, happy Wednesday. Thank you so much. I wanted to check in real quick because you guys wouldn't believe the kind of experience we're having. My husband and I were out to grab a late night snack and decided to brave the cold in Chicago and, throw our coats on, throw our hoodies on. And we both had a late night craving. So we decided to get out in these streets. And while we were out walking towards the place, I was just sharing with him a story of how in Luke chapter, doing good. Okay, sis. See you later. Say it again. Yeah. Trying to get what? Okay. I'm sorry, we don't have anything right now. Sorry, sis. Okay. Okay. It was good to see you. Okay. Until next time. Love you too. So, we were just out here in these streets, and sorry, I just ran into the lady one of the ladies that we were able to help. And so I was just talking to her real quick. So we were out here in these streets, about to go get a late night snack, and while we were out, I was sharing with my husband that on this most recent Tuesday on the SIP call, we can go. On this most recent SIP call, we were looking at Luke chapter 18. We read verses 1 through 13. And so if you haven't read that chapter recently, go back and check it out because those first couple of verses are bomb. But that's not the point of this. I shared with him that if you keep reading in that chapter, if I'm not mistaken, that same chapter, there's another parable. So the first parable is about, prayer. And we talked about that on the SIP call. And then the second part of that chapter is about, or one of the next sections of that chapter is about a man who had all these possessions. And he was like, God, I've been serving you and I've been doing all these things really well. And then the Lord was like, yeah, that's good that you got all this wealth. Go sell all your possessions and come and follow me. And the rich man, the wealthy man, the endowed man couldn't do that. And it put something on my heart. And I was sharing that with my husband. I said, the Lord has really just been showing me recently that our wealth, what we have, what we possess, is not really for us. It's for us to give. Are we still going here? Oh, I forgot. We're on a mission right now. So I forgot that we have to go deliver something. But so I'll tell you about that in a second. Hang tight. So in that Luke chapter 18 is talking about how, the rich man with all of his possessions, how he couldn't give up his possessions to really follow God, right? If you know what I'm talking about, you can put it in the chat. And so recently the Lord has just been bringing to mind a deeper level of service, a deeper level of sharing where, he's really been pushing me to show me that whatever you have is really not for you. It's for you to do something with it for somebody else. And that was the issue for the man in the parable, is that he didn't want to give up his possessions to really serve God. He valued his possessions more than he did service. Was it right here? We just grabbed, so we were talking about that, right? And I was just sharing with him how the Lord was just really testing me recently through different interactions and different situations on how I could serve more and how I could give more. And then, you know, we're about to kick off this new announcement that I'm going to share. But in the midst of that, literally right after I said all of that, the next block, this lady was like, excuse me, do you have something to eat? You know, do you have some money? Because I'm hungry. So I'm like, me and my husband like kind of walked past her because she kind of interrupted us and we were already past her. But then like I walked like 2 or 3 steps past her and then I stopped. Because I'm like, I literally just was talking about how God is showing me that I need to serve more. And I literally was about to walk past this lady who was asking for, you know, something to eat. So I was like, what am I doing? So then I turn around. I'm like, sis, we don't have any cash, but I'm not going to go in right now. But go ahead. Oh, okay. But my husband is like, I'm not leaving you outside here. So, okay, we'll walk around so we can try. You going to try to go find her? What you going to try to find her? Okay. So we walk past this lady and she's like, you know, I'm like, I don't have no cash, but sis, what do you want? And she's like, well, it's a Subway down the street. Can you go grab something from the Subway? So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. We could do that. So then we're walking to get the girl something from Subway. And then as we're walking, then this other lady is like, excuse me. And she's like, hey, she doesn't know that we talked to this other woman. She has no idea because we're now like a block and a half down and around the corner. And she's like, excuse me, you know, I'm looking for, you know, is there any way you can help me? And I'm like, man, sis, I don't have nothing, no cash on me, but what's up? And she's like, I need some socks. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we're on a double mission. So we're on our way to Subway, and as the Lord would have it, there right next to Subway is a 7-Eleven. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go. And I was like, well, where can we get some socks from? And she's like, we can go to the 7-Eleven. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So we go to the 7-Eleven and she walks with us. So I'm like, hey, sis, what's your name? We start talking. And then we get in the place and she's like, my feet are wet. Now, you see how I'm dressed. It's cold as heck out here. It's not warm. And I don't know how it would feel for my feet to be wet on top of it being already cold, right? So I'm just like, listen, we're gonna find some socks. And she's like, you think those are gonna be warm? And I was like, well, we got you double pair, so hopefully you can layer up and that'll kind of help you to get dry. And I'm saying all this to say, then we went next door and got the Subway. Then we're walking back, right? As we were just walking back, we couldn't find our sister friend that asked for the Subway. We don't know where she went. So now we got to find somebody else to get a Subway too. And hopefully within a short period of time, we'll run into somebody else because we already ate. We don't need it. We really don't need this late night snack, but clearly God had us on a mission. And so I'm sharing all of this with you for a few different reasons. One being, we do have a random act of kindness week, random acts of kindness week that we're kicking off on Sunday. And you can go to Glow Grow World to get registered. But the Lord has just been showing me that this is not just a thing to do. This is really just an opportunity for us to start practicing what we should be living on a day-to-day basis and on a every, opportunity basis. We should be looking continually for opportunities to serve. And we shouldn't be so quick to walk past and to judge and to not stop and consider the needs of somebody else, whether they asked or whether they didn't. And so tonight's mission, like, I really don't even want what we came outside to get anymore. Like, I'm really full. So I feel like the Lord didn't even really want us to be out here to get what we thought we were getting. He needed us to come outside to get another lesson that we didn't expect to get, and another confirmation or notch in the belt of how are you committed as my servant to serving? How are you committed as my servant, as my child, as my daughter? How are you committed to doing the work of the Lord? And it's not enough for you just to go to church like that parable in Luke 18. It's not enough for you to, acknowledge me and go to church and do all the things. That's not serving me. Because if you do all of that, but you can't give and you can't give away all that you have for me If I asked you to give, could you give beyond your comfortability? If I asked you to give, could you give beyond what you thought you could afford? The Lord has been showing me. I recently gave something. I donated to a situation with money that I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get this back. And it was at a time where I was like, I really need to be counting my dollars. I don't know how I can really afford this, but I feel compelled to give, so I'm going to just be obedient. And do you know that the Lord covered me triple, quadruple times whatever I gave?
Which is the only reason that
and I gave a 4-figure amount. And he gave me back much more than what I was even thinking that I wanted to hold on to and hoard. So I'm sharing this with you. This is a quick story, but I'm sharing this with you because I want to prime you and get you ready for this Random Acts of Kindness week, that you can give much more than you've ever given before, that you can consider how the Lord is going to use you. I need you to go to glowgirlworld.com and get registered, because this is not about Glow Girl World, but this is just a vehicle to get you to start exercising, especially if you know you haven't been, your ability to serve like never before. Because God forbid that we should show up like the man in the parable and not give and hold on and hoard our possessions, or value our possessions more than we value service back to those. Because remember, he said that when you took care of those, you gave them clothes and you gave them food and you gave them, you took care of them on the streets, right? I'm paraphrasing. This is the Dacia Ruth version, clearly. My apologies. But you know what I'm referencing, right? He said, when you did it to them, you did it unto me, talking about Jesus. So we have to start shifting our mindset into, how am I ready to really do this work on a real level? Not for show, not for pictures, not for a hashtag, although that stuff is cool too. If, because, and Stevie Robinson taught me this, a great family friend, mentor, and brother in Christ. He's like, we share it and we show it, not because we're trying to get accolades. Let's go back and give it to Robin. Let's go back and see if we can find Robin right quick, because she said she needed something to eat. You don't want to? Okay, well, if you want to wait, we can wait. We can wait a little bit longer. I mean, it's no rush. So, dang, what was I saying? Stevie Robinson shared with me that you show what you're doing, not because you want the accolades, but because you want to let people know and remind them that they should be doing the same thing too. And unless they see it, sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind. So when you create the visual for them, it's ministry. And a lot of people misjudge that because they think that, like, oh, look at them, they're trying to boast and brag, right? No. And we live in a day where we're in a visual society where you have to see things. You have to, like, visualize it to, like, comprehend it. There's so many things that I didn't learn until I saw somebody else doing it, right? And so when they see you doing it, it's like, oh, okay, it's simple. Like, and they're encouraged by, inspired by, and it like begets like. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm out here if somebody's out here posting about the good that they're doing and that they're automatically bragging, because that's not for you to judge, because God knows their heart. But if somebody is sharing that because they want to encourage somebody else to do the same thing, man, to God be the glory. And so I'm really excited about this Random Acts of Kindness week, but the Lord was just showing me that, man, this isn't even about this week. This is a kickoff to your lifestyle. This is a kickoff to how you're going to live from now on. This is a kickoff to your new beginnings, your time to bloom, your new opportunity to grow in me. And so join me on this journey where we are committed to doing the Lord's work, not just for a week, but for a lifetime, because that is what is required of us. And we have to do the Lord's work, and we have to show that we are his children. And he will not know that unless we get out in these streets and we get to action. So I hope that you join me. No matter where you are, it's not just a Chicago thing. It's a national campaign. And so we're excited for everybody to participate. And I want to get as many people signed up as possible. So go to glowgirlworld.com, and it's not just for you that's watching. It's for your family, your friends, your loved ones, people that don't even know nothing about nothing, but they want to get active in service. This is a great opportunity to get them to get kicked off. You don't have to, you spend what you can, and you spend what the Lord reveals to you to spend. But beyond that is, that's on you. So go to glowgirlworld.com. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I love how you can come outside thinking that you're just trying to get something for yourself, and the Lord is like, no, don't you know that you're always on assignment with me? That's what the Lord was telling me tonight. Don't you know that you belong to me? You're always on assignment. There's never not a time when I don't have something for you to do. Even when you think you're on a, random date night, just going out for a snack with your husband. Like, it's still go time. It's still God time. It's still daughter of Zion time. It's still my servant, my child time, right? And so I'm grateful for that. I'm glad. Thank you for watching. If you catch the replay, comment replay. Once again, my name is Dacia Ruth, and I am the founder of Glow Girl World and the Glow Squad. And I thank you for joining, sis. And I'm about to get up out this cold because my hand is a little cold, but it's not as bad as it could have been. I'm grateful. And I guess we're gonna go and get our little snack now. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my husband if he still want it. But see y'all. Love y'all. Bye. Oh, you say bye.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Peace.